In a dense forest, there lived two creatures who couldn't be more different. One was a fierce fox named Finn, with fiery orange fur and sharp eyes. The other was a gentle rabbit named Rosie, her soft gray coat blending seamlessly with the forest floor. Finn and Rosie were rivals. They competed for the juiciest berries, the coziest burrows, and the attention of the other animals. Finn would tease Rosie about her delicate paws, while Rosie would roll her eyes at Finn's boastful tales of bravery. One stormy night, lightning struck a massive oak tree near their favorite berry patch. The tree split in half, leaving a gaping hole in its trunk. Finn and Rosie both sought shelter inside, their rivalry momentarily forgotten. As the rain poured down, they huddled together, shivering and scared. Finn's sharp teeth and Rosie's twitching nose were inches apart. But instead of growling or fleeing, they exchanged stories. Finn spoke of daring escapes from hunters, and Rosie shared her secret recipe for the sweetest clover tea. Days turned into weeks, and the unlikely pair continued their cozy refuge in the hollow tree. They discovered that beneath their differences lay common ground. They both loved the smell of pine needles after rain, and they both dreamed of exploring distant meadows. Rosie taught Finn to appreciate the delicate beauty of dew-kissed flowers, while Finn showed Rosie how to navigate the forest without tripping over roots. They laughed at their own quirks and fears, realizing that perhaps they weren't so different after all. Other animals noticed the change. Squirrel families peeked through the tree's cracks, witnessing the once rival fox and rabbit sharing stories and laughter. The wise old owl nodded sagely, knowing that true friendship could bloom even in the unlikeliest of places. One sunny morning, as the storm clouds cleared, Finn and Rosie stepped out of their shelter. The forest greeted them differently. Birds sang a harmonious melody, and the leaves rustled in approval. Finn nudged Rosie's paw, and she smiled back. From that day on, they became inseparable. Finn no longer chased Rosie. Instead, he stood guard while she foraged for berries. Rosie no longer feared Finn's sharp teeth. Instead, she playfully teased him about his clumsy leaps. And so, the fierce fox and the gentle rabbit became legends in the forest, a living proof that rivals could become friends. They even had a special spot near the old oak tree where they'd sit side by side, watching sunsets and sharing dreams. As seasons changed, Finn and Rosie learned that acceptance and understanding could bridge any divide. Their friendship blossomed like wildflowers in spring, and the forest whispered their names in the wind. And so, dear reader, remember this tale when you encounter someone different from you. Perhaps they're not a rival, but a friend waiting to happen. A different animal with a heart just as wild and wonderful as your own. May we all find our own, different animals, in life, and may their friendship light up our world.